When ignorance ceases, formation ceases. Karmic formation. Formation ceases, consciousness ceases. When consciousness ceases, name and form ceases. Name and form ceases. The sixth sense sources ceases. When the sixth sense sources ceases, contact ceases. When contact ceases, sensation ceases. When sensation ceases, craving ceases. When craving ceases, grasping ceases. When grasping ceases, becoming ceases. When becoming ceases, birth ceases. When birth ceases, aging and death, sorrow, suffering ceases. This is what Bhagavan has called dependent arising. So that is pure dependent arising. Remember? Last time we have two different types of dependent arising. Impure dependent origination and pure dependent origination. So the impure dependent origination is due to ignorance, then there is karmic formation. And keep going like that, aging, death, like that. So when the ignorance ceases, no karma. So that is pure, and no karma, no contaminate consciousness, no. Then then when ignorance ceases, then liberation is pure. So therefore, this is talking about pure dependent origination. And now we are going to talk about, this is called complicated about when we talk about 10 virtuous path, and remember, so non-virtuous and virtuous path, 10 non-virtuous path, or 10 virtuous path. So 10 non-virtuous path, so actions of the body, speech and mind, with to complete karma, so we have basis, thought, actual actions, and the culmination of the actions. So we all finish this one. Now speech. So speech, so we have lying, slender, harsh speech, and senseless speech, or idle poor speech. And then mind, 3, right? Covetousness, malicious thought, and wrong view. Now here, lying. So what is the basis of lying? True, right? So direct lying or indirect lying, basis of lying. So you have to tell lie direct or indirectly. So this is basis of lying. And thought, you must fully intend to tell lie. Alright, thought, fully intend to tell lie to direct object or indirect object, to whom you want to tell lie, indirect object. And motivation involved with 3 poisons. Due to desire, you tell lie. Due to hostile or anger, you tell lie. Due to ignorance, then telling lie. Motivation involved with 3 poisons. And now actual action. Actual action is, you are preparing to tell lie. So preparing. So that can be speech words, or can be body language. You know what I mean? Using body, or your eyes, or using, like this. body language or whatever speech code. And then the culmination of the action, the listener must understand what you said. Listener. If listener must understand what you said. When listener understands what you said, then the culmination of the action. So if listener is not listening, even you tell lie, it is senseless. It's not lie. He's not listening. Or you cannot tell lie to the deaf people. Deaf people. Or so therefore lying, you must have the basis, the thought, and actual action, the culmination of the action. When we finish these four aspects, complete actions of lying. If you miss one aspect, incomplete. Okay, that's the lying. Now the surrender. Object of surrender must be true. Friendly or unfriendly. You can tell lie to your friend. Surrender must be true, right? Friendly people, harmonious people, or unfriendly people. So that's the object. Now thought. So your thought is fully intent to separate. This is your intention, right? And then motivation involved with the three poisons. So mostly anger, hatred, or desire, or due to ignorance, then lie. And then surrender, surrender. And now actual action is, so you preparing to make separate with the harmonious people and like that. And then final decision, and then when you think of when the harmonious and disharmonious separate, so then that is complete the karma of the surrender. Lying, surrender. Harsh speech. So the basis must be sentient beings, hostile, human, and thought, intention to harm others, fully intent, and motivation involved with three poisons: desire, or anger, or ignorance, and actual action. Actual action is you want to speak harsh words, unpleasant words, and then final decision, you will speak the word, and then hurt the object. So then that is harsh speech, poor aspect, lying, foul speech, and malicious thought, right? Malicious thought. So malicious thought, senseless. I do gossip, right? I do gossip. So I do gossip is object is meaningless words, and so basis is meaningless words. And then thought. So constantly desire to speak idly, which is meaningless. And motivation is involved with three poisons, right? Desire, anger, and ignorance. And then actual action is so you begin to start speaking meaningless words, and then listener must understand what you are saying. Listener must, so he's talking with people like that, and then this is the culmination of action. So when we finish this whole aspect, so that is called the complete actions of the speech. So lying, calendar, harsh speech, idle gossip, or to complete a karma, basis, thought, actual actions, the culmination or aspect complete, karma is complete. So then when the karma is complete, then three results, fully rapid result similar to the cause, and returning result, all karma. If the karma is incomplete, then not sure you have this fully rapid result, or the result similar to the cause of environmental result. So fully rapid must have these three. Now here, malicious thought, right? Malicious thought. So that now the mind, so malicious thought, covetousness, and wrong view of the mind. So malicious thought object, the basis is hostile people speak, and your thought fully intend to harm others, hurt others, destroy others. And motivation is involved with three poisons. Men, who desire, due to anger, due to ignorance. And the actual action is you begin to start really speaking malicious thought. And the culmination is, so then you make decision, I will harm others, I will destroy others. So that's malicious thought. So here malicious thought, Lama make culmination. So 5, the culmination of object, Lama Tsongkhapa said, malicious is, so malicious thought here. Culmination of the action. First, you must have a mind of hatred that grasp firmly at a cause or reason why you want to harm that particular person, somebody, do something, So you must have a mind of hatred, grasp firmly reason why this person, particular person, harmed to me. Secondly, you must have mind which cannot bear the harm, and that was done by somebody. So you cannot bear. You must have this intention. Third, you must have mind of resentment. So thinking, and then finally. Then fourth, you must have mind of vengeance, with thought such as it will be, good of that person will be beaten or killed, thinking. And fifth, you must have mind that is overcome with malicious, oblivious to the disadvantage of such an attitude, and without shame and uninterested in avoiding such faults. So these 5 culmination of the culmination of the object of action. So basis, thought, actual action, and the culmination of the action. So Lama Karmapa mentioned these five. That if you miss one aspect from this, it is not complete relationship. Covetousness. So object of covetousness is possessions belong to other. That is the object of covetousness. Basis, right? And thought. So that is a strong desire to the object. We see the object and is strong desire, right? I have this object. And then motivation involved with three poisons, right? Due to desire, due to anger, due to ignorance, covetousness. Actual action is you begin to start like you may like going to somewhere in the shopping center, you see many things, and you pick up one, put in your hand, then put back, and then pick up again, and look on this side, that side, like this, put down, and again you pick up one, and you think, oh, I want this. That is like actual action. And the culmination of the actions. So then you make decisions to make it belongs to me, I want this object to me. So then that is English is and covetousness. So covetousness basis, thought, actual action, and the culmination of the action. So complete wrong view. So the object of wrong view must be something exists, but you believe it do not exist. And like believe impure to be pure, believe impermanent to be permanent, believe selflessness to be permanent self. So that is kind of wrong view. It is object is something exists, but you believe it does not exist. That's the object. And thought is your thought is intention to hold that wrong views, and motivation with the three poisons, due to desire, due to anger, due to ignorance, okay, wrong view. And actual action, then you keep increasing or growing, saying, oh, this is good, like that. So growing the what you're holding, and then the culmination of actions that you fully make decision, it does not exist. Past does not exist, present does not exist, and there is no intermediate state. There is no law cause and effect. Cause, effect. So then, like separate. So that very heavy, long time friends, long time, and somebody say something separate, spiritual master, between teacher and disciples, and between family and like that. And then karma heavy. Harsh speech. So harsh speech means harsh. If you speak harsh to the, spiritual master, Buddha, Buddhist, and his harsh speech to, according to, parents or brothers, sisters, then karma become more heavy. Idle gossiping. Idle gossip like Molomba, very good. Everybody, how's the weather today? Cup of tea, old people, look up at the sky. They were on the pub and then talking in a meaningless. Idle gossip means, you talk about other people's, faults, so you don't, and then become more heavier. Then next is malicious thought. So it's towards your spiritual master, holy person, family, especially mother, father, relatives, very heavy. And covetousness, it means your covetousness with the Sangha's money or some committee, and that covetousness is heavy. And wrong view, so wrong view, that means generally speaking, wrong view, disproving law of cause and effect, holding nihilism, holding absolutism. So then karma is heavy. So that is what we call the object that makes other 9 karmic paths heavy. So go on, so the 5 points. So now, according to Indian master Asanka, he makes 6 points. This karma heavy light between both virtues and non-virtuous karma. Asanka said that intense motivation, number 1. Number 2 is habituation. Number 3 is nature, right? And intense motivation, nature, I think nature, and then what we call the intense motivation, right? Habituation, nature, and then constantly repeating. Number 5 is you're single pointed with unfavorable factors. Number 6 is clearing away unfavorable factors. So then he makes 6 points. So then number 1 is motivation. Motivation is similar, very force, sharp, so which may karma heavy light. Strong anger, then karma heavy. If lack of strong anger, then karma light. It goes like that. Habituation, habit. So that may karma heavy. And then constantly repeating, so that may also karma both heavy and light. And nature. So nature means, here nature means among the 10 karmic paths, right? Nature means healing is heavier than stealing. Stealing is heavier than sexual misconduct. Lying is heavier than malicious. Go like that, nature. Okay. And Now these next three karmic path with the mind, then go reverse. No, that means wrong view is heavier than covetousness. And then that is heavier than malicious to go like that, nature. So nature means, you know, so it means like killing is heavier than stealing. So that nature go like that, nature. And then single-pointedly engaging with, you know, unfavorable factors. With no, just negative all the time. You know, so that huge karmic, you know, negative. You just enjoying doing negative things. You know, so never ever, you know, just that heavy karma, according to Asanka, and clear away the unfavorable factors. So that it means lack of. And then doing virtues, enjoying doing virtues. So then he made 6 points. And now Nagarjuna, so all Indian masters are different. Nagarjuna said here in his letter to friend, he said, there are 5 ways in which virtue and non-virtue become great. When it arising continuously, passionately, without antidote, or when the object has great virtues or is of primary importance among the tribe, engage in the virtue. So he Nagarjuna pointed out 5, which means continually, similar, passionately, with sharp intention, without antidote, similar, which is object. He makes object divided into 2. One object is like spiritual object, so which is like holy object, Sanghas, Buddha, Buddhism, spiritual friends. And another object is very important object for you, like father, mother, people who take care of you, taking care of you. But these are very important. So karma become more heavier. So that's the teaching about how karma become heavy and light. It's very important. Like so here, very good analogy. You know, we used to give. First is analogy. Remember, we give you the wise person. Wise person have skill. Like even person create huge amount of, but shouldn't do this. But if like create a huge negative karma, you know, then have a skill of these 5, 6 antidotes. Foolish person, like then small karmic, it turns into the big. You know what I mean? Because lack of these 6 antidotes. So that's we can make the karma. You know how to make karma light and heavy. Understand what I'm saying? So there's one famous analogy in Tibet that we use we use small piece of metal, like metal. If hammer it out flat and shape it in a special way, that small lump of metal, hammer, you know, and flat and shape it in a special way, it will float on top of the water. You know, even very large is a very large piece of metal, very large piece of metal, like a big ship, will flop if it is shaped into the right way. So that, however, if the chunk of metal is not hammered into the right shape, it will sink into the bottom of the ocean. Similarly, our negative actions, which I mentioned before, right? 10 karmic actions, are like a piece of metal. Piece of metal. We have capacity to shape them by means of the antidote, as I mentioned before. You know what I mean? So that so that is the famous famous analogy in Tibet. You know, the lump of metal or the wise person, foolish person. So we know what is light karma and what is. So if you are engaging with negative, then you have to think, oh, karma become heavy because of thought, because of action, because of lack of attitude, because of wrong will, because of object. If some point, right, you have to engage. So first you have motivation, then you carry the karma, right? While you're doing this, with some point you have to do some negative, whatever, you know. At least you should have no satisfaction. No satisfaction. I know you don't want to do this. Anyway, you have to do this because of your job or whatever, you know. But once you finish, you have no satisfaction. While you are carrying this karma, right? While you are carrying this karma, you have no strong motivation to do this. Karma, even negative karma, become light. You know what I mean? If you are doing some virtuous, then of course, initial stage, good motivation. While you are carrying this, you want to satisfy this karma, and then you dedicate the karma for the benefit of all beings. It became huge karma. Even small things, reciting mantra or whatever, initially stage, we have, of course, we have motivation, we have preparation, we have, you know, actual action and the combination of the action. So you dedicate, karma become more heavier. You should not satisfy it. You know, then even negative karma become light. Some point when you go to work, right, you have to do something. Like you don't want to do, but you have to for your livelihood. You know what I mean? Then it depends on your motivation. It depends on how you carry the karma. At the end, no satisfaction, no joy, regret. Regret, oh, then karma become light. Okay? Okay, thank you.
Geshe, I have a question.
Yeah.
You said that the size of the object can determine the heaviness or the lightness of the karma.
Different texts. So some masters say size of the object. They are saying because bigger the object, more suffering. You know what I mean? More suffering. Heavy body, more suffering.
So if I've got 30 people who are starving and I kill one cow to feed those 30 people, or I kill 30 fish to feed those 30 people, do I accrue more karma by killing the 30 fish than the one cow?
Both mixture karma. Mixture karma. You mixture karma. Right? You want to feed these 30 people, good karma. You're killing fish, bad karma. So mixture karma.
So that's when you then apply the antidote.
Yeah, the mixture karma. Most of our karma mixture, I think. We have mixture, lots of mixture karma, mixing together, right?
Yeah.
So this is like if you want to save 100 people, right? One person going in the ferry, bringing lots of precious jewels, and then selfish motivate, they want to kill all 99 people. And one person realized, I should kill this person to save 99 people. It's really good. You save 99 people's life. There are 100 people in the boat. They all went to the ocean bringing all the precious things. And one selfish man wanted to kill all this and want everything. Then I realized, oh no good, I should kill this. But you kill with the compassion. Because because if he killed 99 people, how much he saved? This also you save. Right? And you save 99 people's life. Plus him killing 99 people. Huge karma. So you save both. So that kind of.
So if I clear a spider web away from my window and
so
stop
the spider in Australia.
killing the flies, am I giving good karma to the spider?
Oh, good karma all the time. Mixture karma.
Depends what sort of spray you use.
while wishing a fortunate human rebirth.
Yeah. It depends on your motivation.